Zhao Liying discharges new stills of the business war show, and Zhao Lusi's affection show official reports the finale. On November 15th, a lot more works were formally declared. The authority declaration of Zhao Liying's new advertisement war show was delivered. The authority declaration of Zhao Lusi's Metropolitan Love show was finished. The presentation of the film New Ultraman reported that it will be authoritatively sent off on the video stage on November 18th. On November 15th, the television series The Breeze Blows Penelia featuring Zhao Liying, Huo Hao, and Li Guangji delivered new stills. The authority Weibo of the television series said, "The present restricted stills have been opened. Settle the difficulties in existence with a grin, and accept that those fantasies covered in the heart will one day work out." Wind Blowing Penelia is adjusted from Anne's book. It is a gathering show of the times. It recounts the tale of aggressive individuals headed by Su Bangsha who embrace desires in the tide of change and opening up, flooding, effectively investigating, and continually improving. It additionally shows the truth that little and medium-sized ventures may do and look for advancement in the tide of the times during the 1990s. Su Bangsha, played by Zhao Liying, Tong Xiaoqi, played by Huo Hao, and Chen Yuyu, played by Wang Changchen, began without any preparation. From the start, they gathered piece steel as their business, and afterward bit by bit came into contact with the steel business. They started to manage huge state-claimed ventures, unfamiliar organizations, and privately owned businesses. During the long periods of business venture, I met different business figures like Zhao Lei, played by Li Guangji, Wu Jianch, played by Liu Wei, Qiu Bizheng, played by Fang Jianyi, Gao Yujin, played by Kei Lan, and felt the believing the glow and chilliness of human connections and the brutality and savagery of business debates. With his one-of-a-kind vision and gutsy character, Su Bangsha beats all deterrents in the iron and steel industry where men assemble, and gets through the world. During this period, Su Bangsha encountered the inconsistencies and battles among still, small voice and capital, ethical quality and interests. There were agonies, exciting bends in the road, yet in addition pleasantness and gains. The Metropolitan Business War show The Breeze Blows Penelia was initially called Savage Development. After the name was changed, the name of the show Su Bangsha was adjusted from the lead entertainer Zhao Liying's personality in the play. On November 14th, the television series Can Conceal Furtively featuring Zhao Lusi, Chen Zhiyun, and Mama Bokian was reported to be finished. In Letub's Huji's novel of a similar name, the play recounts the narrative of an irritable young lady Sang Zhi, played by Zhao Lusi, who really likes her neighbor's sibling Duan Jiaxu, played by Chen Zhiyun. At the point when Sang Zhi was in secondary school, his educator oftentimes welcomed his folks. To settle the difficulty, Sang Zhi chose to request that his sibling take the pack. Under danger, Duan Jiaxu assists Sang Zhi with going to class to meet the educator, and the two become appended to one another. After Duan Jiaxu moved on from college, the two isolated in better places, and in light of certain mistaken assumptions, their relationship became alienated. It was only after the adult Sang Zhi satisfied his desire that he was confessed to Duan Jiaxu's city, and the two met once more. With progressively private contact, Sang Zhi slowly found the wellspring of Duan Jiaxu's strain from the beginning. She needed to safeguard this elder sibling who has forever taken care of her, and recapture the mystery love covered in her heart. As of late, the presentation of the film New Ultraman declared that it will be formally sent off on the video stage on November 18th, and the internet-based variant will be a Japanese-named rendition with Chinese captions. The film is created and composed by Hideaki Anno, Shin Godzilla, featuring Takumi Sato, Masami Nagasawa, and Hidetoshi Nishijima. It will be delivered in Japan on May 13, 2022. The story recounts the tale of another Godzilla on the edges of Tokyo. Unidentified Goliath monsters are making calamities the world. In the midst of emergency, a baffling and enormous silver monster seems to save the world. 02. Subsequent to appearing for a considerable length of time, I hung tight for the main entertainer. Zheng Yechen's appearance and strength are both on the web, and Zhang Yi's woo is excessively astounding. While recording 3000 Crows, the chief needed to find a gorgeous entertainer to play the friendly Fu Jiuyan, and the appearance should likewise be great. Any other way he wouldn't have the option to help the main entertainer, yet the group required huge load of cash yet had little spending plan. It's forsaken, the low compensation alone has deterred numerous entertainers, so the chief can alter his perspective and direct his concentration towards serene and skilled entertainers. This time he saw Zheng Yecheng. as an uncommon combative techniques understudy in media outlets, he can turn swords with exposed hands, not to mention a champion that others can't hold. It's a pity that such an entertainer doesn't get old mannequin entertainers, so he quickly welcomed Zheng Yecheng. Realities have demonstrated that as long as you enlist the right entertainers, you could set aside cash for hand-to-hand fighting educators, who can perceive that he is the charming and lovely senior sibling. As a matter of fact, it's not just about acting. Zheng Yecheng's unique voice lines are likewise killing a lot of new young ladies in a moment or two. However, why hasn't such an entertainer become well known at this point? In any case, the chief just requested that she play soy sauce. However, his acting abilities with his own experience turned into the core of the entire play. While shooting 3,000 Crows, the chief experienced something humiliating, or at least, he just showed up in 2 scenes. The head and girl of the episode couldn't track down anybody, so there were not many jobs in any case, and she needed to move shoeless in the blanketed winter. Subsequent to taking on the appearance of the goddess, the chief furtively snickered in his heart for quite a while. This wrecked magnificence, regardless of whether the oppressed princess in the novel ran out, it would be just that, particularly this wonderful drumming in the snow straightforwardly turned into the entire world. The most charming scene of the play. However, numerous watchers who came to see Zheng Yecheng before long found that Zheng Yecheng was only a soy saucer, and Zhao Lusi was the genuine courageous woman. The oppressed princess who bears the contempt of her family and nation must be accused by the screenwriter. The first book obviously made sense of that Ms. D purposely filled herself out to cover her personality, yet in the play, she didn't make reference to it and transformed into Zhao Lusi's face, which made the crowd look awesome. It truly matters. It would appear being an oil ruler additionally requires ability. I won't say who is entranced by this apparently heartfelt yet not menacing glare. While recording 3,000 Crows, the chief has never been so cheerful in his life. First and foremost, it was a direct result of Zheng Yecheng the astounding play set aside the cash of employing Wu Zhi, and in light of his astonishing unique voice lines, he set aside the cash of employing a voice entertainer, and his business capacity immediately killed all the little new be that as it may. After the transmission of 3,000 Crows, the crowd score was just 5.9, and this was just given for the legend's face. Leaving to the side the extended plot, the artificial intelligence face changing in the play is essentially careless as the platitude goes, whether it is a thin neck or a solid face, regardless of your perspective, it is a thriller. Nonetheless, the group likewise gave a ton of close-ups, for dread that the crowd wouldn't have the option to see plainly, so they straightforwardly convinced countless fans who needed to follow the show. It is actually a pity that Zheng Yecheng's presentation, the main entertainer who has just been sitting tight for a very long time since his introduction, was dismissed. Whose creation group was kept down, yet luckily, albeit the show's evaluations were unremarkable, it likewise made Zheng Yecheng an attractive man in old ensembles in a singular motion. What is your take of it? 03. Enchantment Telephone 3 begins. Zheng Yecheng and Chen Yao were impacted to lead, Chen Chuang and Liu Ziyun returned. In 2008, a Metropolitan Dream Show Enchantment Telephone featuring Li Container, Xu Chang, Jiao Engine, Liu Ziyun, Zuning, and so on, became famous all around the web when it was communicated, having a profound impact on numerous watchers. Simultaneously, with its high points and low points of the plot and clear and intriguing characters, the play has made numerous watchers sparkle, lastly accomplished a twofold reap of informal exchange and evaluations. Afterward, Wizardry Telephone 2 additionally got acclaim from numerous crowds. Nonetheless, contrasted in the first, the subsequent one is clearly ailing in quality. Presently, Sorcery Telephone 3 has entered the preliminary stage, and I accept it will meet with you soon. Enchantment Telephone 3 begins. Zheng Yecheng and Chen Yao were impacted to lead, and Chen Chuang and Liu Ziyun returned. Enchantment Telephone 3 will in any case proceed with the plot and character plan of the initial 2 movies, but since of the appearance of the new time, each character will be loaded with intricacy. In any case, the primary center of Sorcery Telephone 3 is as yet the narrative of Lu Xiaoqian and Shania cooperating to safeguard the world. It is reputed that Zheng Yecheng and Chen Yao will be the male and female heroes of Sorcery Telephone 3. I accept everybody can see Zheng Yecheng's acting abilities. He has performed well in numerous famous shows, for example, A Slight Grin is Charming, Leaving the Heart, 3,000 Crows, Rose Walker, Crane Hooting, High and numerous other famous dramatizations, which got a ton of commendation from the crowd. This time, Zheng Yecheng joined Enchantment Telephone 3 as the male lead, which will give a ton of intriguing features for the show. All things considered, Zheng Yecheng himself is an extremely engaging entertainer. Simultaneously, the picture of the legend in Enchantment Telephone 3 is likewise entirely reasonable for Zheng Yecheng. In Enchantment Telephone 3, Lu Xiaoqian is a bold, kind, direct, charming and silly sales rep. For Zheng Yecheng, this job is basically played in his real nature. Furthermore, Zheng Yecheng's battling scenes are additionally astounding, which will enormously upgrade the nature of Enchantment Telephone 3. Concerning the champion Chen Yao, her acting abilities are certain. From wuxin expert to youth, and afterward to young ladies, Chen Yao's acting abilities have become increasingly astounding each time, and have been profoundly perceived by numerous crowds. Despite the fact that Chen Yao's acting abilities are on the web, but since she didn't get great assets, she has been lukewarm for a long time. This time, Chen Yao joined Enchantment Telephone 3 as the champion, which will give a charming visual delight to numerous watchers. Furthermore, the past champion of Enchantment Telephone was Xu Chang. This time Chen Yao supplanted Xu Chang in Sorcery Telephone 3, which will be analyzed by the crowd. Thusly, Chen Yao will put forth a valiant effort to give Shan Yu a renewed person. Notwithstanding Zheng Yecheng and Chen Yao, Sorcery Telephone 3 likewise welcomed Chen Chuang and Liu Ziyun. Obviously, Chen Chuang has won endless fans this year with his magnificent exhibition in the abnormal record of tank tradition. This time, he gets back to Wizardry Telephone 3 once more, assuming the part of ruler Hu Ongmi, which will set off a furor of recollections. With respect to Liu Ziyun, she joined Enchantment Telephone 3 as a supporting job, which will make numerous watchers sparkle. It must be said that the cast of Wizardry Telephone 3 alone has proactively made numerous watchers anticipate it.